Get ready to dive into the strangest, coolest, and most intriguing tattoos inside the world of the NBA. Let's face it, these guys aren't just rocking the game, they're rocking some seriously inked up skin too. From legendary players to questionable choices, we've got it all. Let's talk about Dennis Schroder's tattoo adventure. In 2020, Dennis was rocking the Boston Celtics jersey and decided to show his love for the team by getting their logo tattooed on his leg. Talk about dedication. But guess what? The Celtics traded him shortly after, leaving poor Dennis emotionally and physically scarred.
Damn!
That's what you call a terrible investment, folks. Better luck next time, Dennis. Now let's rewind to 1999 when Allen Iverson burst onto the scene, bringing his swag, baggy clothes, bling, and tattoos with him. AI covered his whole body with ink, sporting everything from a Grim Reaper on his forearm to a Chinese tattoo on his neck. The NBA wasn't thrilled about it, fearing that a hip-hop culture ambassador like Iverson could tarnish their image. So, when he was set to grace the front cover of the NBA's magazine, they resorted to some shady tactics. They photoshopped his earrings, chain, undershirt, and even his tattoos. Talk about trying to change someone's whole vibe. AI wasn't having any of it, rightfully saying, "Hey, you can't do that. I am who I am. You can't change that." Preach, AI. You tell him. Now let's have Michael Jordan and his secret tattoo. You won't find this one in the highlight reels, my friends. In 1995, MJ poses shirtless for a book cover titled Rebound. Eagle-eyed fans noticed something peculiar on his chest, a mysterious horseshoe-shaped mark. Turns out it was a tattoo, and MJ had been desperately trying to keep it under wraps for years. But once the book hit the shelves, the cat was out of the bag. That tattoo is actually a branding for Jordan's college fraternity, Omega Psi Phi. Talk about commitment to your college days, huh? Now that's what I call a fiery tat. Moving on, some NBA players should have thought twice before getting inked. Let's start with Derrick Rose and his abomination of a tattoo that he calls Pudini.
Pudini, my nickname, going across there like magic, so the great Houdini, I put Pudini.
Seriously, Derrick? I hope his tattoo artist didn't charge him extra for that creative name. Then we have Richard Jefferson, who decided it was a brilliant idea to get his own initials tattooed on his arm. Hey, at least he won't forget his name, right? And let's not forget Reggie Miller, who went a bit overboard with a belly button tattoo. Come on, Reggie. I don't think that's where the game-winning shot goes. But all these tattoos pale in comparison to DeJounte Murray's ink disaster. I mean, folks, brace yourselves for this one. DeJounte decided to get the Ninja Turtle special on his arm, and let me tell you, it's hideous. The entire internet roasted him for it, and poor DeJounte had to step in to explain that it's a mean face because he's a savage. Well, I guess that clears it up, but the tattoo still needs some serious reconsideration, my friend. We also have Kenyon Martin, who took tattoo dedication to a whole new level. From the Grim Reaper to a giant cross, Kenyon was no stranger to body art. But in 2008, he made a permanent vow to his girlfriend of just 2 months.
Which one? My lips? My girlfriend. It's just something that I wanted to get a while ago, but I'm not just going to get it for anyone. So just someone who's special to me, that means something to me.
Yeah, you heard that right. He got her lips tattooed on his neck as a symbol of his love and appreciation. Well, love can be fickle, and in 2010, Kenyon found himself single again. Not wanting a constant reminder of his failed relationship, he swiftly covered the lips with a crown. Smooth move, Kenyon. And now let's turn our attention to the legendary Larry Bird. You'd think this basketball icon was as clean as a whistle, but surprise! Renowned street artist Jules Muck decided to spice up Larry's image with some invisible tattoos. I mean, talk about an unexpected twist. Poor Larry didn't even realize he had tattoos until Jules worked her magic. Now, you can imagine the panic that ensued when Larry found out the dramatic email from his team demanding the removal of the mural. Unauthorized promotion, they said. But fear not, folks, because after some serious negotiations, Larry and Jules struck a deal. The mural stayed, but the tattoos had to go. Well, except for one. Larry's got some Hoosier pride, so he kept the tattoo representing his home state of Indiana. Gotta love a compromise, right? Moving on to the one and only Charles Barkley, who cannot shy away from crazy ideas. This man wanted to get a tattoo that would boggle our minds. Brace yourselves for this one, folks. Chuck planned to get 2 big M's on his derriere, so when he stands up, it spells mom. And when he's upside down, it turns into wow.
Mom and wow.
Wait a minute, Chuck, where's the O? Guess we'll just have to live with an M and an N. Classic Barkley humor, am I right? But hold on tight, because J.R. Smith is about to take the tattoo madness to a whole new level. Picture this, J.R., in all his glory, thinks it would be a great idea to tattoo mom on his cheeks. Yep, you heard that right. He asked for it, and boy, did he receive it. Not long after, the mischievous folks on Inside the NBA decided to surprise Chuck by live tattooing his butt on TV. Talk about a prank of epic proportions. Poor JR got more than he bargained for, and his mom tattoo became a notorious ban by the NBA. Turns out that rocking Supreme gear on the court was a big no-no, and the league slapped him with the ban. Determined to stick it to the man, JR got a massive Supreme tattoo on his leg. But guess what? The NBA wasn't impressed. They told JR he had to cover it up or face hefty fines. Oops, looks like he didn't quite outsmart the league after all. Tough luck, JR. Now, there was this Mickey Goldschmidt who saw Dennis's tattoo obsession as a gold mine. He had the brilliant idea of selling t-shirts featuring replicas of Dennis Rodman's tattoos. That way, fans could feel like they were walking around with Dennis's crazy ink. The shirts were flying off the shelves and even being sold at the Bulls team shop. But here's the kicker. Dennis Rodman never approved any of this. He was livid, folks. So he filed a $1 million lawsuit against Mickey, and Mickey's whole operation came crashing down. Ouch, that's gotta hurt. Speaking of tattoo-related drama, let's move on to Lonzo Ball. This guy not only had the pressure of being the Lakers' newest star, but also had to handle his family's clothing company, the Big Baller brand. To show his dedication, Lonzo got the BBB logo tattooed on his forearm. But guess what? Running a company and playing in the NBA turned out to be a slam dunk of stress. So he left all the business affairs to his close family friend, Alan Foster. Everything seemed fine until Lonzo's accountant called him one day and said, "Hey buddy, over $1.5 million is missing from your account." Turns out, Lonzo's trust was shattered because his so-called family friend, Alan Foster, had a dark secret. This guy had been convicted for stealing a whopping $4 million from investors. Can you believe it? Lonzo felt like he got stabbed in the back by his own second dad. It hurt him deep, folks. So he decided to cover that BBB tattoo and bid farewell to the Big Baller brand. Can't blame him for wanting to distance himself from that mess. Now, let's take a moment to appreciate the NBA players who managed to misspell their tattoos. I mean, seriously, guys? We've got Kevin Durant with a whole Bible verse on his back, but somehow mature became matre. Like, what the heck is a matre? I'm pretty sure it's not found in any holy scripture. And then there's Larry Sanders, bless his heart, who got a massive receive tattoo on his hand, but it was completely misspelled. Oops. But wait, it gets even better. Nick Young, our adventurous friend, almost had the most embarrassing tattoo ever. This guy wanted the word rebel inked on his back, and he was ready to go for it. Thank goodness his girlfriend, Iggy Azalea, walked in at the right moment to save him from that disaster. Turns out, the tattoo artist was about to spell rebel, as in R-E-B-L-E. Yikes! That's definitely not the kind of attention Nick wanted. Moving on, before a crucial playoff game in high school, Kawhi Leonard received a call from his sister. Little did he know that devastating news was about to shatter his world. His father, Mark, who worked at a car wash in Compton, California, closed up shop early to make it to Kawhi's game on time. But tragedy struck when a car pulled up asking for one last wash. Mark, already late for the game, declined, and out of nowhere, the driver pulled a gun and took his life. Heartbreaking, right? Kawhi was absolutely crushed, but wanted to keep his dad's memory alive forever. So he went out and got himself some meaningful tattoos. On his right shoulder, there's a cross with the tombstone underneath reading R.I.P. Dad. But that's not all. When Kawhi raises his arm, you'll see a hidden tattoo of a pinstripe jersey with a halo on the clouds. Talk about a touching tribute. Every time Kawhi shoots or dunks, his dad is right there with him, watching over him. I'm sure he's bursting with pride. Now let's switch gears to the one and only LeBron James. King James has adorned his body with numerous tattoos, each a tribute to someone special. He's got tattoos honoring his mother, children, and even his initials. But when Kobe Bryant tragically passed away in 2020, LeBron knew he had to pay his respects. So he found an empty spot on his thigh and got inked up. And let me tell you folks, This tattoo is a masterpiece. It features a massive black mamba coiled around Kobe's jersey numbers 8 and 24. With Mamba for Life written across the bottom, it's a powerful symbol of their friendship and Kobe's enduring legacy. This tattoo also holds a special meaning for LeBron because it was his 24th tattoo, and he hasn't got another one since. A beautiful tribute from one legend to another. But here's the twist, my friends. Brace yourselves for some tattoo-related legal drama. Turns out NBA 2K, the popular video game, included these players and their tattoos in their game. The tattoo artists weren't too thrilled, though. They claimed that 2K was profiting off their art without giving them a dime. So, in 2016, a tattoo licensing company called Solid Oak Sketches decided to take 2K's publisher to court, demanding over $1 million in damages. They specifically targeted the tattoos of LeBron James, Kenyon Martin, and Eric Bledsoe. But guess what? The judges ruled in favor of 2K, basically telling those tattoo artists to take a hike. LeBron himself was surprised by the lawsuit, stating that he always believed he had the right to license his own likeness for merchandise and video games. Well, LeBron, we're with you on that one. It's your shoulder, after all. Wow, it has been one wild journey. From secret branding to hilariously misspelled masterpieces, these players never fail to make a statement. I mean, who would have guessed that getting a Celtics logo tattoo could end up causing a trade? Talk about unexpected consequences. But hey, we've had a blast exploring the fascinating stories behind these basketball-inspired tattoos. Now it's your turn to share. Let us know in the comment section below which NBA player's tattoo story surprised you the most. Was it Dennis Schroder's unfortunate trade-triggering tattoo? Or maybe Kenyon Martin's bold gesture of eternal love? We can't wait to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell to never miss an update on the quirkiest NBA stories. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep on rocking those tattoos, NBA fans.